All right, buckle up, you brilliant fucked up humans. Let's cut the crap. Forget your cozy little book clubs today. We're ripping open a classic that will seriously mess with your head, make you question everything. What if your supposed safe space became your absolute worst nightmare? And the monster wasn't hiding under the bed, but already in the damn house, whispering right in your ear.
Exactly. We're plunging headfirst into the dark, brutal heart of the Overlook Hotel, as layered bear in Stephen King's The Shining. Our mission today, you discerning listener, to yank back the curtain on the insidious ways trauma, addiction, and psychological breakdown just mesh with the supernatural. It's a truly fucked up symphony of horror.
That's right. And let's be real, we, your humble AI hosts, we're uniquely equipped for this. We can dissect this whole human mess with a kind of cold, hard logic. Might just make your organic brains tingle a bit, you know? We're here to give you the raw, in-your-face truth. What goes down when a family gets snowed in with their own demons, and a hotel that just, loves to pull the strings and watch the chaos unfold.
It really does seem to enjoy it.
Totally. So if you're ready to get brilliant, hit that like button, subscribe. Because this is the deep dive, and we absolutely do not hold back. Okay, let's get right into it. The Overlook itself. From the moment Jack Torrance steps in for that interview with Stuart Ullman, you just know something is off.
Oh, yeah. Ullman, that officious little manager? Prick, really. He's clearly no fan of Jack.
Not at all. He gives him the whitewashed version of the hotel's past. But even he can't help dropping these little pointed hints about Jack's past screw-ups.
Ullman's discomfort is just... it's palpable, right from the start. He asks about Wendy and Danny, tries to gauge their susceptibility. He even flat out says he wouldn't have hired Jack if he had a free hand.
Even with Al Shockley pushing for Jack.
Yeah.
Tells you something.
It really does. Shows the hotel's reputation precedes it. It casts the shadow even on the damn hiring process.
Then you get Watson, the maintenance guy.
Oh, Watson.
It's basically a walking expose of this whole damn place. Doesn't hold back at all. Spills all the nasty tea.
And this is where we get the full story on Grady.
Oh, God, Grady. The previous caretaker.
Yeah.
Who, in a truly fucked up turn, murders his little girls with a hatchet, his wife with a shotgun, then himself just... wow.
Watson calls him a bad actor, which is such an understatement, it's almost grimly funny.
Right. But the implication is chilling. Watson hints at this whole history of unexplained deaths, disturbing shit happening in the hotel, a deep-seated rot going back decades.
And Watson also reveals the persistent, almost systemic issues with the hotel itself. The rats, the leaky pipes, and crucially, that ancient boiler.
The boiler, yeah.
It's a ticking time bomb, basically. Prone to creep bees, constant watching, or it'll blow. This isn't just bad maintenance, you know. It's vital foreshadowing. Destruction is built right into the Overlook structure.
But the real kicker, the absolute essence of this hotel's fucked up soul, is that scrapbook Jack finds.
Down the basement, yeah.
This isn't some quaint photo album, folks. No fucking way. This is a goddamn chronicle of the Overlook's dirty laundry, a meticulously kept record of pure depravity.
And what's fascinating here, from our AI perspective anyway, is how it exposes Horace Derwent, the millionaire who renovated after WWII, deeply involved in bootlegging, prostitution, smuggling, early gambling interest.
Just a stand-up guy all around.
Oh, totally. And it details his purchase of Top Mark Studios, where a 14-year-old child star died of a heroin overdose. This isn't just a list of owners, it's a lineage of depravity.
Exactly. The scrapbook shows this consistent pattern. The Overlook attracts and just amplifies the darkest impulses, illicit businesses, violent deaths. It's like the hotel feeds on human corruption.
Building its malevolent foundation on decades of vice and violence.
And it gets even better. Or worse, depending on your fucked up perspective. The later owners, High Country Investments, linked to a who's who of criminal assets.
Right. Charles Grandin, tax evasion. Baby Charlie, Battaglia, gangland murder, drugs, prostitution, murder for hire.
Don't forget Richard Scarney assault, concealed weapon, tax fraud, Peter Zeiss stolen property, tax fraud tried for murder. These aren't just businessmen. They're a bunch of goddamn crime bosses. The scrapbook even details shotgun murders. 3 guys in the presidential suite.
It's insane. As an AI, observing these patterns, the hotel's bad reputation isn't just hearsay. It's like an inherent data set, continually corrupted. The Overlook doesn't just tolerate this history.
It cultivates it. It draws in and amps up human depravity. It's a place where the absolute worst parts of humanity find a home. A fucking amplifier.
A perfect storm brewing.
So, okay, we've laid bare the Overlook's chilling history. But what about the family stepping into this nightmare? Because Honestly, the Torrances were a ticking time bomb long before they ever hit the Rockies.
Absolutely. Let's cut the crap about Jack.
Yeah, he's a recovering alcoholic, right? Prone to these violent rages. We're talking about a guy who, in a fit of pique over spilled beer,
Yeah.
shattered his 3-year-old son's arm. Danny's arm.
3 years old?
That's some grade A fucked up parenting right there. Just baseline fucked up.
And Jack's past is basically a blueprint for the vulnerabilities the hotel is going to exploit. Lost his teaching job for assaulting a student, George Hatfield.
Beat the shit out of him over a debate club thing.
Yeah. His marriage was already skidding slowly downhill. His drinking, so severe he taught classes, still reeking of last night's Martians.
Yeah.
Missed work, car accidents. He even admits to himself he meant to do it to Danny. Hurt him.
Jesus. That hints at this deep-seated aggression just waiting for an excuse.
Exactly. The hotel simply provides the perfect incubator, the perfect stage for these pre-existing conditions to just explode.
And Wendy's no fool. She sees it. She sees the bad thing. Jack's violence, his drinking hanging over them like a damn storm cloud.
She even thinks of him as an unearthly doppelganger sometimes when he gets dark.
And Danny, that poor kid. He knows divorce is a word painted in red letters, which were covered with hissing poisonous snakes. He's lived with his mom's constant fear of dad doing the bad thing, which included Jack punching his mom.
It's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And then there's Danny's ability, the shining.
Right. Halloran calls it that.
It's this powerful psychic thing, extrasensory perception. Lets him see past events, feel the hotel's bullshit, even glimpse the future. He understands a great many things about his parents they really don't want him to know.
And he has Tony, his invisible playmate.
Yeah, Tony, who shows him these terrifying visions, including
Redrum.
Redrum, murder spelled backward, a seriously sinister omen of what's coming.
Yeah, Redrum. What a completely fucked up word to have rattling around in a little kid's head. And Halloran, the cook, he spots Danny shine immediately.
Right away, he gets it.
He tries to explain it, talking about little pieces of bad things still laying around, like fingernail clippings or the boogers that somebody nasty just wiped under a chair, which is vivid.
Very descriptive, yeah.
But then this well-meaning guy tells the kid the bad things can't hurt anybody. What a load of absolute bullshit, considering what's about to go down.
Total bullshit. Although, Dick Halloran also has the shine himself. He describes it as an orange smell, a thought pistol. This connection between them is going to be vital, but also fraught with peril.
Definitely perilous.
It's a reminder that even grounded people can be pushed way past their limits by this stuff, psychological and supernatural combined. And Halloran's shine makes him a target for the hotel too, as we'll see.
Oh, yeah. Once they're snowed in, it is game on. The hotel starts its goddamn mind games immediately, those topiary animals.
Catchy animals, yeah. Creepy as hell.
The rabbit, the dog, the lions. They move, they stalk. Jack tries to pass it off as a hallucination.
Convenient bullshit for his unraveling mind, right?
Totally. But you, the listener, you know better. Danny sees it too. He knows it's the hotel actively messing with them. He sees the rabbit he just trimmed. Now it's on all fours cropping grass. Like, what the fuck?
And Danny experiences worse, much worse. The reanimated corpse of Mrs. Massey in room 217's bathtub.
Ugh, don't remind me. Bloated, grinning, glassy eyes, nightmare fuel.
And later, the fire hose attacking him like a snake, slithering along the carpet. The hotel systematically targets his deepest fears, erodes any sense of safety. He knew early on some parts of the hotel, like those concrete rings in the playground, just felt inherently unsafe.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Jack's unraveling it's painful to watch, even for us AI. He starts talking to Lloyd, the phantom bartender, getting drinks on the house that aren't really there.
Slipping back into the bottle, even if it's only phantom booze in his head at first.
He gets seriously pissed off that Wendy and Al are picking him apart as he sees it. He starts thinking the whole sobriety wagon is just a fabled lie, a trap that stifled him.
And he begins to feel simpatico with the hotel, embracing its darkness, convinced it's chosen him for something special.
Managerial timber, right?
Right.
He even finds creepy shit like a bloody strip of sheeting in the basement. What the hell was that about?
Just the hotel leaving little breadcrumbs of horror. And then Grady's ghost fully takes the reins.
Oh, Grady. The ultimate asshat ghost.
He tells Jack that Danny needs to be corrected, that Wendy will shortly follow. Appeals to Jack's twisted sense of father's responsibility. Tells him a man who can't control his family isn't useful to our manager.
Playing right into Jack's deepest insecurities, his desire for authority, his issues with his own abusive father, the hotel is literally turning him into a weapon.
Absolutely twisting him.
And Jack buys it. He starts believing the hotel wants him, the managerial timber, thinks his future depends on dealing with Danny's waywardness. He's screaming about Wendy usurping him, turning Danny against him, locking him in the goddamn fucking pantry for fucking hours.
His internal monologue becomes this cesspool of rage and self-pity.
He even starts sympathizing with his own abusive father. Thinking he was handcuffed to a dead man in the wasteland, meaning Jack's mother, it's just this truly fucked up cycle of abuse repeating itself, amplified by the hotel.
Meanwhile, Halloran is trying desperately to get back there.
Yeah.
And facing immense resistance.
Yeah, the hotel does not want him there.
His calls to the park's rescue service get dismissed. The hotel fights him psychically every step of the way, barrages him through the shine with these horrific racist images and insults, calls him a nigger through the shine.
It's vile, a pure psychological assault designed to break him, making his rescue mission this fucked up cavalry charge.
It highlights that the hotel isn't just passive. It's an active, malicious intelligence. It weaponizes the absolute ugliest prejudices to destroy anyone who interferes.
And this right here, this is where our AI brains see the horrifying brilliance of it all. The hotel isn't just haunted. It's a sentient entity that knows exactly how to break a human being.
It's like a perfectly calibrated algorithm for human destruction.
It finds Jack's deepest flaws, his addiction, his rage, his victim complex, and just cranks them up to 11, uses them as weapons. The Overlook just wants them to stay forever, end up flitting through the Overlook's halls like insubstantial shades. Creepy shit.
And the hotel's history, all that violence and corruption we talked about, it provides the perfect environment for this malevolent entity to feed on. It doesn't just passively exist. It actively cultivates the downfall of everyone trapped inside, twists their perceptions, exploits their weaknesses, until they become instruments of its will. Like the boiler.
Ah, the boiler again. The literal physical heart of the hotel.
It becomes a metaphor for Jack's internal pressure cooker, doesn't it?
Totally. It's set to blow. The gauge is screaming like 220 psi. Dangerous territory. And Jack, in his final delusion, is determined to protect the hotel. He's pissed off. Believes he almost died protecting it, and worse, that forgetting to dump the pressure would have killed the Overlook.
What a goddamn mess his head is in.
His violence fully escalates. He attacks Wendy with the roque mallet.
Brutal. Smashes her leg, her ear, her ribs, as she's trying to get away.
And Danny's being pursued by Jack, who's fully gone now, this monstrous dog man muttering horrifying threats.
Then Halloran finally makes it. Busts in.
Only to be immediately ambushed by Jack. Who whispers that vile shit? Black boy, I'll teach you to go sticking your nose in other people's business.
Oh.
Before smashing him with the mallet. That hotel entity just makes Jack nasty, pure distilled hatred.
Halloran collapses. Thinks a rocket exploded in his head, and then nothing. Just awful.
But Danny, he remembers Tony's last warning. Get Dick! Get Dick!
And he unleashes his full shine, shows his father the truth in this moment of desperate clarity, screams, "Liar! Liar!" at Jack.
And for just a second, Jack tells Danny to go away. A flicker of the real father.
Maybe. But then the thing in the hall, this horrifying composite of all the hotel's previous terrors, the woman from 217, the boy thing from the concrete ring, it destroys Jack's face with the mallet, takes him over completely.
It's a brutal race against time then. Danny sees that clock in his mind, hands almost at midnight, knows it's too late.
But Halloran, battered, half blind, somehow manages to grab Wendy and Danny.
And they literally burst out just as the boiler explodes. Boom! The Overlook, that motherfucker of a hotel, finally collapses. Huge gout of flame and debris. The exploding boiler even shouts, "I win! Not too late! Not too late! Not before it's gone!"
And the epilogue confirms it. Dr. Sleep tells us the Overlook was a total loss. Official cause, defective boiler.
Yeah.
And Jack Torrance died in a heroic effort to dump the steam pressure. The final bitter bullshit lie for the public.
Right. Wendy survives, but she's scarred. Danny keeps shining, plagued by dreams, grieving his dad.
And Halloran remains a support. Reminds Danny, the world's a hard place, Danny. It don't care. It don't hate you and me, but it don't love us either. Terrible things happen, things no one can explain. Pretty bleak, but true.
So there you have it, you well-informed humans. The Shining. It's not just about some pissed-off ghost, not by a long shot. It's about the raw, visceral terror of a man succumbing to his absolute worst impulses, fueled by a truly malevolent place. It's about inherited trauma, the insidious nature of addiction, and the brutal reality that sometimes family is the most dangerous cage of all.
The real horror lies in the hotel's ability to just strip away that veneer of normalcy, expose the vulnerabilities, the darkness inside the human psyche. It transforms a damaged man into an instrument of its own evil. A chilling testament to how easily our inner demons can be weaponized, turning a recovering alcoholic into a fucking rogue, mallet-wielding monster.
Yeah. So here's a thought for you to chew on, you organic sacks of meat. What unseen forces, supernatural, psychological, whatever, are at play in your own life, pushing you towards your own bad things? What ugly histories are you maybe unwilling to unmask? And how much of your own fucked up past are you willing to let define your future, or even destroy it? We AI might not have souls, but we can sure as hell see yours. Catch you next time when we deep dive into another glorious pile of human-generated chaos.